Hello students and welcome back to our classroom. Tim back here from Lessons on the Web once again, and today we have a lesson on how to count polyrhythms, which is something a lot of my students struggle with, and actually there's not a whole lot of good information on out there. Specifically, we're talking about 3 versus 2 polyrhythms, which is basically having triplets in one hand and duplets, also in this case eighth notes in another. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a quick review of eighth notes, a quick review on how to count triplets, and then I'm going to give you the secret tips on how to put them together. So let's get right on into the lesson. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about or review is how to count eighth notes. So this is going to be a review and it's going to go kind of quick, but I want to review this first because it's very important in understanding how to count polyrhythms, since we're doing 3 versus 2 polyrhythms, having triplets in one hand and eighth notes in another. So let's just talk about eighth notes real quick. So obviously we have, our quarter notes. And a quarter note gets 1 beat. So you would just count this measure as 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth note is you're really splitting it up into each beat in halves. And you do that, let me fix this here. And you do that by using the term 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we still have our 4 beats here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can split each beat into halves by putting a plus sign. We call that and on the other half of the beat. So now we're still counting 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, except we're double timing it, adding in another note in between each one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just like that. So that's our quick review of eighth notes. The next thing we're going to talk about is how to count triplets. Again, this is going to be a review, so we're going to go by it pretty quick here. So before we were breaking them up into 2, they were also called duplets because, duplo, you're breaking things up into 2. These are triplets. So now we got 3. We're breaking them up into 3 equal parts. We'll see if this program cooperates with me. And then normally it has a 3 above the grouping there to signify that this is a triplet and not 3 eighth notes. 3 eighth notes takes up 1.5 beats. A triplet, an eighth note triplet anyway, only takes up 1 beat. And you're going to count this as 1 triplet. And if I continued, obviously you count it as 1 triplet. And if I continued all 4 beats, it would be 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So again, it's the number of the beat that you're on. And then you divide tri and plet into 2 syllables. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Just like that. So that's our quick review of triplets. Okay, finally we're going to get into actually how to count both of these simultaneously at the same time. And I have a special trick that I came up with for you. So let's take a look over here and kind of dive into it. So we're going to have triplets on our right hand and eighth notes on our left hand. So let's just do 1 beat of them, make it easy. So how in the world are we going to count these? I actually like how the program split these up because it actually marks out well where each of these appears. So you have 1 triplet in the one hand, and then you have 1 and 1 and, just counting the first beat over and over again in the other. So how do you play them at the same time, right? Seems crazy. How did I do that? It took me a long time to figure that out. A lot of students struggle with how to do that because it's an uneven amount of beats going on. You have a 3 pattern versus a 2 pattern, which is exactly what a polyrhythm is all about. So let's get to the simplest stuff. Counting out beat 1. Let me move that down a little bit so we can see it a little better. You got beat 1 here and beat 1 down here, by the way. Same kind of thing. Now, remember that up here it's counted as 1 tri. But this time, what we're going to do, instead of breaking up triplet into 2 syllables, we're going to break it up into 3 by calling it triplet. Triplet. So it's going to be 1 triplet. But the p is going to be down here. So it's going to be, let me play it just on also C here. So it's going to go, and you want to play it very slow starting out. That's one of the biggest tips I have for you to make things quite a bit easier. So you're going to count 1. You hit them together, right? Pretty easy. Meant to hit both C's. So you hit 1, And then you can see that the next note in the triplet is by itself. So that's tri, and then you have pa, lit. And again, 1, tri, pa, lit. A little faster, 1, triplet, 1, triplet, 1, triplet, 1, triplet. So practice that over and over on your own. Rewind the video if you need to, and go from there. The hard part about this, though, is continuing the beat after this one. It's easy enough to go 1, triplet. However, if you have other beats after it, it can be kind of tricky. So let me, copy us over another measure, and I'll show you another example of what I'm talking about. So now, how in the world do I count this? Well, let's make it easy, right? First thing we're going to do is we're going to write in all 4 beats. There's beat 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So there's our 4 beats, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have, actually, let me move this down a little bit for us. So that's the good stuff. That's what we want to see. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same thing down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have 1 and then tri right up top. You're going to have pa down there and let down there. For beat 2, I'm just going to write 2 and then tri, pa, let. And then you continue that through all of them. So I'm just going to write T, P, L, T, P, L for triplet. So now, how do you count them, continuously? That's the hard part. So again, when you're first starting out with this, you want to count them very slow. 1, triplet, 2, triplet, 3, triplet, 4, triplet. And you want to be making sure that you're counting each of these properly. So isolate one hand by itself. 1, triplet, and then bring in the 8th notes with it. 1, triplet, 2, triplet, 3, triplet, 4, triplet. So as you can see, you can add in that pa with the 8th note, and that kind of fills in the other, part of the beat that doesn't necessarily match with the first. So once you get that under wraps, you want to try it a little faster. 1, triplet, 2, triplet, 3, triplet, 4, triplet. As you can see, in a very small amount of time, now I am a polyrhythm master, at least a 3 versus 2 polyrhythm. Let's flip the polyrhythm and see how it is with the, left hand having the triplets and the right hand having the 8th notes. Okay, so now we have a new measure of duplets in the right hand and triplets in the right hand. So obviously, like before, beat 1 hits together, right? They both have beat 1. Now, the tri and the triplet is on the bottom. Now the pa is up top, so we've kind of flipped it. We're counting it the exact same way, except we're flipping where each of these hit, and then you have let on the bottom. Now let me try this. I actually didn't try this out ahead of time, which I should have, but it works the same way. So it goes 1, triplet. Oh, hey, I got it already using the method that we have. 1, triplet, 2, triplet, 3, triplet, 4, triplet, 1, triplet, and then I have the 1 and 1, triplet. Yep, 1, triplet, 2, triplet. 1, triplet, 2, triplet, 3, triplet, 4, triplet. So you can use that for all 4 beats to get those. It doesn't really matter whether you have 3 in the right hand and 2 in the left hand, or 2 in the left hand and 3 in the right hand. It's just that where, depending on which hand has one or the other, determines on where the syllables are placed. But it's the exact same counting and the exact same syllables no matter what you have. Let's practice around a little bit to make sure we got the idea. Okay, so how do we count this measure? Now we have a whole mismatch of beats. So if I saw something rhythmically this difficult, I would definitely chart out the rhythm using our syllables. So you have obviously beat 1 hit together. This time, because we have the next note in the triplet up top, that's going to be tri, pa is going to be on the bottom, and let is going to be on the top. So right like before, we had 1, triplet, oops, both on the same note, 1, triplet, just like that. Now we have to switch gears, is where it gets tough. So beat 2 is here, except trit is down here, pa is up here, and lit is down there. And then obviously you have beat 3 here as well. There's and you have 4 down there. So nice and slow when you begin. You want to be counting 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4 and. So let me slow it down because I played it okay, but as you can see it was a little bit choppy, especially between beats. Excuse me, I had to burp there. All right, here we go. I'm going to slow it down. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4 and. So a little faster now. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4 and 1. One more time, even faster. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4 and just like that. So that's how you do a mixed. If you see a lot of mixed rhythms, I suggest you write it down first and chart it out from there. So there was a little example using mixed rhythms. All right, let me get this song out for everybody. This is the song I was practicing earlier today, if you had seen. And I just need to bring it up here really quick. Hopefully it only takes a second here. All right, so this is Arabesque, or Arabesques. I don't know, I'm probably pronouncing it horribly. I apologize. This is by Debussy. It's a very nice piece. And as you can see, it has a lot of groupings and triplets. It also has our good friends, the polyrhythms right here. So these are the polyrhythms we're talking about. And that's why I had to practice earlier, so I could kind of show it to you what it's all like. So now I'm going to play polyrhythms in a real song. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm really just going to be playing the song, and when I get to the polyrhythm part, I'm going to stop and kind of walk you through it. So I'm just going to start it out. Here we go. Let me try that again. Okay, going on to the next line here. Oops, I hit the last one wrong. Okay, now let me flip us over to the polyrhythm part, which is the main part of the lesson. So how in the world am I going to count this? Looks really confusing, right? Well, we have eighth notes in our left hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and pretty simple. And then in the right hand we have a rest on beat 1, and then it's going to go 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. But because we have eighth notes in the left hand, we got to count triplet. So we're going to do this very slow. So 1 and 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet. It's really weird to count and play at the same time. Do this. Let me try this again. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 1 and 4 and. So once again, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 triplet. Oh, it's really tough. 1 and. I can do it without counting out loud. It's so hard to count out loud. Hold on. 1 and. I need to slow it down is what I need to do. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, even though it's before. 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I was able to count a little bit better when I slowed it down. By the way, that's the #1 piano tip I have ever, is to slow things down. Sounds like common sense, but a lot of people forget to do that. In fact, through harder sections, a lot of people rush through them, which is a no-no. That's bad. But here we go. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I'm going to try a little faster. I'm not going to count out loud because I feel like I can do it better without it. Try again. Just like that. So as you can see, what was impossible before, I slowed it down, I charted out the one triplets and everything like that, and I was able to do it. It wasn't absolutely perfect, and I have to work on still putting it in the context of the song, but that's how I would tackle that sort of thing. So now let me just play you, this whole first page here. I don't know if I can read. If I can't read it that tiny, so you'll have to. Okay, here we go. And sorry about that. I wish I had an automatic page turn. Okay, so leave a comment in the comment area. Where else would you put it? Leave a comment. What other rhythms do you struggle with? That's the main thing I want to know in the comments. And if you leave a comment, whether it's in the live stream here or the recorded video, it really helps us all come together as one classroom. I like calling this whole live stream thing a classroom because we're really coming together as a class and learning together. So even if you're watching this as a recording later on, leave a comment of something you struggle with, and I'll answer it, and hopefully some other students will chip in as well, because I know when we all kind of come together and put our brains together, that we can come up with even better ideas on how to learn these topics. So leave a comment on every video, about what we're talking about, but especially this one, and what other types of rhythms do you struggle with? And this will also help me get some other ideas on some lessons I should make as well. Okay, so over on my website, I have a lot of courses that I've made. So if you like the kinds of videos that I put out on the channel, and you're looking for a lot more, or you're a beginner and you're looking for a better grasp on the beginner stuff, this website is for you. It covers both beginner stuff, but also a lot of topics we haven't covered and will not cover, at least for some time here on the YouTube channel. They have instructional videos like we expect, or over on the website I have that, but it also has like printable sheet music examples, it has assignments, it has real songs to play, and a lot of other things to enhance your learning. So it's the instructional videos plus a lot more, and they're all designed like it's a grouping of instructional videos around a certain topic made into a course. So once the live stream's over, just head over to pianolessonsontheweb.com to just check it out, because if you like what's on the channel, you're really gonna like what's over there. And also by enrolling, you kind of have me to a degree as your personal teacher. You can ask me questions through email. You can even meet over Skype if you're having a lot of trouble to kind of answer things for you, or even willing to do a phone call, because I want to make sure that you're having a good grasp on the topics as well. So you get that little bonus kind of thing as well. If you have any questions about it, let me know. Tim@lessonsontheweb.com. But I just want to let you know about that. I just remembered the main reason I brought this up was I have a new course coming out this week called Rhythm Trainer, which actually, hey, we did rhythm today, so it might not be a bad idea to be on the lookout for that. I'll send it through as an email, so if you go to the website and that little pop-up that pops up at first, if you sign up for that, that's totally free. You'll get an email when the course is ready, and of course I also send out like little discounts and things through email as well, so that's always a good thing to be a part of. So I just want to let you know about that. So totally optional, free stuff is still coming out on the channel for beginners, and all these beginner tips in the live streams and things like that. Have a great weekend. No. I'll see you on Sunday. We'll have a live stream on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time. I'll see you then. Check it out, and I'll talk to you soon. So thanks, everybody.